Hey there guys, it's Kage GQT List coming at you for the next video in, well, I guess this kind of end of service spiral. So, what do I have to talk about today? Well, before I get into it, I'm just going to say that the person, Malcolm, he's a great guy. I like him. No qualms with him personally. However, his job, just everything else. I mean, the dude could literally sit there and watch your house burn down to the fucking ground and he wouldn't do anything for you because he's obligated, to do so. I hear about Octopath Traveler and how their community manager does like 2 streams a month or something. I think we got 4 live streams with Malcolm in 3 years. So, I mean, if there was anything he could have done to help keep this game afloat, or I don't know, aside from just passing feedback around and keeping monkeys from throwing poo at higher execs, maybe he could have done something. And I feel like he really let us down. Maybe he had more power. Maybe he could have done something. I don't know. And, you could just say, oh, that's his job. He's hired to be a punching bag. Well, time to get punched, motherfucker. It's your day. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed in this whole thing, especially when it was all we're sitting around there, and you knew that this was coming, and that they were going to drop this on Christmas. You fucking knew. And you could try and hide it now. You could try and but you knew this was coming on Christmas. Like, you couldn't have told them to push that end of service order out at least a couple of days, or had it a couple of days before the holidays or something? Come on, man. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, would you want something that you love and you play and enjoy to give you an end of service right on the holidays? Like, no. I thought at some extent, and I'm foolish, I thought you were like one of us, player like us to some extent. But at the end of the day, this is just a job. You're just a cashier and nothing more. I get it. You have no power. You have no say. You have no input. You don't really matter in any extent at all. You're just there to do a job. And hopefully one day you advance to a point where you could do some good. Will that happen? Probably very unlikely. Most people in these community manager positions, they don't really go anywhere, even for years. But when your subordinate Dan is doing more in another game than what you're doing, and I'm finding out about it, like, oh, well, you weren't contracted to do anything? Are you going to blame aiming? Are you going to blame Square for any of this? I get it. You couldn't tell us that the numbers were low and that we needed to spend more money to keep the game afloat. I get it. You couldn't do any of that. Well, what could you do? Besides playing messenger and trying to, keep Starfall happy, because they went to you with their concerns and you kicked them up. And between, me and you, viewers, Starfall thinks they're personally responsible for some of this because they went to you, they trusted you, and they asked you to try and fix the GVG system because of all the layout shit and everything going on. And then you just gave them that info, and then the game gets an end of service a couple of weeks later because you couldn't do anything about it. Or like, when they told everybody who had Android, just don't update your phones. We're not going to fix the app. Just don't update your phones so you can play. Like, no transparency at all. Nothing towards the end. I mean, you let these people down. And some of these people will say, oh, we love Malcolm. Malcolm's great. Malcolm would piss on your fucking corpse if his fucking masters told him to do so. He's not your friend. None of that. And I get it. At the end of the day, outside the job, you're probably a cool dude. I got no qualms with you in that respect. But you didn't do anything for us. You did shit for us. What did you do? Let's look at my community feedback area here. All your feedback got us was an EOS for Christmas. That's what boils down to at the end of the day. Anything you didn't really do much for us. I mean, you said that you told them it was a bad idea to put Lawson in the almanac. Did they listen to you? No. Why would they listen to the messenger boy? And that's why I can't be too hard on you. I get it. Your job, your role, any community manager, you're basically ants. You have no value there. It sucks, and you just put yourselves in that position. But I mean, what type of person would put themselves in that type of position to just kind of sit there and watch the world around them burn and say nothing? Like, that takes a special type of person. And you're definitely a special type of person, Malcolm. And, I hope you never end up in our situation, because it's 100% fucked. And you can go back to your corporate overlords and tell them I said so. Tell them I said fuck you and fuck them. And, ultimately, you could have done more. You could have done some more for this game. You could have maybe put some of your own ideas forwards, or maybe you couldn't have. I don't know. I really don't know. But Dan seems to be doing more for Octopath Traveler, which I feel bad for those people, because even with the Sea expansion coming, that game may not be around very much longer. That game may have a 3 to 6 month shelf life. Romancing Saga may also have a 3 to 6 month shelf life at this point. And I guess it's your job to quiet those people's fears and just be like, oh, no, it's okay, guys. Everything's going to be okay. And, I look back on some of the things you said, some of the things you've done for people here, and it's absolutely peanuts. You didn't bring anything to the table, to be honest. And if you're running the social media account for Facebook, you're a fucking asshole too on top of that. Still posting out the new banners and stuff. Like, don't you have the decency to at least turn that off? You told those people their game is going to die at the end of February, and then you keep on posting out updates for the new banners and stuff that, mind you, those people can't even tap into if they use their gems. They can't buy any extra gems. You motherfuckers don't even have the goddamn decency to give people some extra gems, infinite gems or something, so they can at least pull on some banners. They can at least have some last-minute fun in the game. Did you kick that feedback up to them? No? Oh, they can't do it? Why can't they do it? Or like when the cheating situation happened with Zero back in the day, and you basically said, well, anybody could cheat to get compensation then if we do it that way. Like, sure, yeah, let's just apply that logic for everything, because people literally would go out of their way to cheat to then potentially get some compensation, which, if that was aiming stance the entire time, well, they could just sabotage this or do that to get some compensation out of us, and that'll fuck our bottom line. Well, apparently the bottom line was fucked because of the poor management this game had. And again, you're responsible for a little bit of it as well. And you know what? Going forward, man up a little bit. Throw some more fucking, I don't know, weight into the fucking thing. You've been around for a while now. And if this was the best you could do, was get this game canned, which, how many games got canned under your watch, Malcolm? How many other games ended up with end of service while you sat back there on your hands and fucked off? Are we the only one? Are there more? I'm sure somebody will let me know and tell me the tally. What's your fucking body count in all this? Just fucking disappointed overall. I mean, really. This, it's like, what is the point of your fucking role? Like, I don't get it. Why are you even there? I mean, they could fucking hire a goddamn chimpanzee to do what you fucking do. A fucking can of Pringles could probably community manage better, because, hey, guess what? You managed the community's death. Congratulations. Let's all give you a round of applause. What'd you do? Again, I hear Dan's doing like 2 streams a month. We were lucky over here if we got, a stream almost every 6 months or so. I don't know. I'm just super disappointed. Super, super disappointed in you. And it's like, you know what? I know you were in a tough spot. There was no way you could have told us anything. And hey, at least you still got your job, though. I mean, out of all this, I mean, you'll still be fine at the end of the day. It's not like they're gonna cut you for any of this. You had no real say in what happens here. You had no real feedback or way to actually improve this game to keep it going, right? I mean, I guess you just don't matter. I mean, what's the point of being in a job where nothing you say or do actually has any change on the actual outcome? It's pretty pathetic and sad. I don't know. Again, I can't be too hard on you. Because, again, you don't matter. You're a fucking non-factor in all this. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I just thought maybe because you seem like a cool dude on the surface that you'd go to bat for us, you'd actually do something, you'd try and keep this game afloat for us. And instead, nothing. Nothing happened. What was the point of the feedback channel? What was the point of any of the feedback channels? What was the point of being in any of these servers? It was jack and shit. At the end, Japan's just fine. I mean, you're going to mean to tell me that our operational costs were so much of a hindrance that this game couldn't go on? I don't fucking buy it. I don't buy it at all. The least you could fucking do is turn off the goddamn notifications on Facebook and Twitter and all this other shit. You can at least do that much decency to people. And take this game off the Play stores. Because what's the point of people jumping into this game now? It's not like you're doing anything to make them feel any better or improve their last days of playing this game. I mean, you fuckers gave us 3K gems for Christmas and then threw a notice in our faces a couple hours later. Fuck you. So yeah, you know what? Go give some feedback to your overlords. If you're going to fucking do this, you have the decency to at least get in there and make sure that people have some fucking extra gems to pull on some of these units. You might as well enjoy them. You fucking went to all the trouble to do this roadmap and everything. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Just looking back at some of the things you've said and done, it just makes no sense. What a complete fucking waste of time. Yeah, DQT community manager. Fuck. Might as well be the fucking mortician at this point. DQT goddamn mortician. Could fucking pretty up our corpse. And for anybody else out there who plays any other Square Enix games or thinks any of these community managers can do anything for you or have any real input, they don't. They absolutely don't. They're just there to make you feel a little bit better and get you to spend some more money. Although, in Malcolm's case, he didn't even do that. Which, maybe if you got people to spend more money, maybe people will still be playing this game. But, I got some money back out of this. I can't complain. And I hope other people do too. And again, if people are having trouble with refunds, reach out. I'll do what I can to help you out in terms of getting your refunds. And if you do see Malcolm, just don't go after him. Don't say anything to him. It's no point. He doesn't matter. He's like a fucking retail store mannequin at this point. Just leave him be. Leave him up as window dressing, and then they'll ship him off to the next bullshit game that he can go and poorly manage after this. Anyway, with that being said, I don't feel any better about this. I really don't. So, yeah.